Hi guys, welcome to new video. So today we'll continue with the last part of our 1v1 series, and of course we are playing as Fallen, and we will fight the Beast today. As I mentioned at the end of the last video, I will try to show you a different strategy, because of course, as I said, the Hive Splitter spam is probably the strongest one, but I actually have one more that I want to show you. It will be a little bit faster in the opening, I think, but then we will see if we will be actually able to survive the mid game. And if we do, then we should be probably able to easily kill him. I mean, I can probably tell you what's it about. We are going to make some hive stingers, and we will actually make a lot of them. And then we will just make an incubator and wild cocoon, and we will upgrade the flying ability. After that, we should be like super safe against all flying units, because if you have like 30 hive stingers that can attack all the that are flying and can attack all the flying units, there is like no way you are dying to anything that can fly. Unless it's like a splash damage, something like a Manticore Raider, but of course he won't spam many of them, and he won't have them in the early game. And of course, a lot of the enemy units won't be even able to attack you while you are flying, and then you can drop in the middle of the enemy army and just totally destroy him. I mean, it's of course even much stronger against the Empire, because there you can just drop into enemy priests and catapults and totally destroy him. Because I mean, the Empire is really based on the formation of your army, and you can just totally destroy it with the flying hive stingers. But yeah, we are of course playing against the beasts today, so we'll see how that goes. I'll go for the incubator right away, and also we can maybe make one more hive. Actually, in this strategy, we'll need much more of the hives, so maybe like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 later on. But right now, this should be pretty okay. I will also start harvesting some trees here, so we have all the resources. Yeah, the baseline here, 5 on gold, 1 on gems, and 1 on wood, and then we are making the first summoner. That's the baseline that I'm always using when I'm playing as Fallen. We probably won't need like too much of gems right now, because of course we are just making hive stingers. Yeah, it costs only gold, and then I will just need few gems for the upgrades. Yeah, it costs metamorphosis and it costs like 50. I don't know if the wild cocoon maybe costs some gems, but you definitely don't need 2 of your harvesters on gems mine right away. With this strategy you can actually wait for some time. Uh, Here we will just finish the incubator a little bit sooner than we will finish the summoner, but I think I will just wait. I won't really destroy any of my control forms right now, because it's more valuable to keep the production of my hive stingers without any interruption. And yeah, the wild cocoon also costs 50 gems, also some wood, so that's where you need the gems. But right now I don't really need any more of them, so if I wanted I could just stop mining it, but of course we already have all the harvesters we need for gold, and I will have all the wood harvesters here as well, so we are pretty okay. As you can see, he's making some warriors here, and also he's going for the lizard fortress, so we'll have to deal with that. But I mean, if he starts making the wyverns, then as I said, we should be pretty okay, because flying units shouldn't be a problem for this strategy. And also, since we are already making the wild cocoon, so we can actually upgrade the metamorphosis, we will also unlock together with that our seekers. So if he starts making some striders, I should be easily able to spot them, because Seeker is the unit that can spot the invisible units. You can also spot them with the Deformer. That's like a little bit special from the other races, because other races always have the spotting ability on their towers, but fallen towers actually can't spot or reveal the invisible units, and you have to use the deformers, so that's one difference. Also I will make another hive here, and also you can actually create the dimensional gate and produce some aerials, and they can also detect the invisibility units, so invisible units, so you can actually have multiple ways as for on how to spot them. I will start the metamorphosis upgrade here. It will take 70 seconds, but I mean, we always have a good use of the time to make more hive stingers. And right now we won't need to make any more buildings, so we'll probably have enough resources to make hive stingers in all three hives at once, and also make some more summoners. We also don't have to worry about making any more harvesters probably, or I mean I can make the second one for the gems mine. Maybe we'll use them the gems in the future, but it's not like super important thing right now. He has only 4 warriors, and as you can see he's actually going for the wyverns. He might of course combine it with some striders as well, but it's not the case yet. So I will probably just wait. I think we don't have enough resources right now for the fourth hive. We won't have enough resources to keep a production of hive stingers in 4 of them at once. So I'll just keep 3, and if we save some resources, then I will rather use it for an expansion or something. It seems like he might be actually trying to attack me right here, right now, so I won't have problems with that. I will just use 4 of my hive stingers here to destroy the wyvern, and as you can see he just retreated right away, because the only reason why he attacked me is because he thought that he could easily kill me with the wyvern, because I had no way of fighting him when I was at the ground. But once I used the ability of metamorphosis, I was easily able to scare him away. He's making another lizard fortress, so probably even more units. Also he's going for the expansion, as I mentioned. And yeah, I will also make the summoner for our expansion. And of course don't forget to keep your hive stinger production. Uh, it's pretty fast strategy, yeah, because you have so cheap units and they are made so fast that I could probably just attack him here and maybe already win. But I mean, it's not too safe to do that that way. So I'll probably just split my army. One full group will be flying, one full group will be on the ground. Maybe we can also make third group here. There will be some more on the ground, and we'll just scare him away and see if he wants to fight. I mean, the best thing I can probably do right now is to just use the metamorphosis on all of them, so I can kill the wyverns without the warriors actually being able to hit me. And after I kill all the flying queens, then I will just drop and destroy the rest of his army, so we can actually just split his army into 2 parts. We run out of population again, but I will actually maybe save the resources right now, because I want to expand, as I said, and then we can get the population from this summon right here. I mean, it's pretty hard to decide when you want to do the final attack, because of course if we die here, then we will have a lot of problems. But seems like he doesn't really want to fight me, and I mean, it's pretty easily to keep control over the map. I can easily move here and probably just destroy his expansion, so that will give us one more advantage, and also we can upgrade the units as well. As I mention in every video, I should do that a little bit more. Also you can upgrade the movement speed here. I don't know if that also applies to the flying hive stingers, but at least for the normal ones it should be pretty pretty good idea. And I mean, he's not even defending it. Of course, I won't probably attack him here since he has the totem, but it's still pretty good value to just destroy the expansion here. And since I didn't even lose anything, there was like no reason for me to not do that. We are running out of population once again. Of course, it's pretty expensive on the population since, of course, they cost only one population, but they take less time to make than the summoner or a normal peasant or minion. So that's actually probably the fastest unit. I mean, based on the, the recruit time, that's the fastest unit you can actually make in the game. So of course the population bar is filling up pretty fast. So I will make one more summoner here, and after that I will just start making the harvesters in my expansion. As you can see, he's just making more of the wyverns and warriors. Nothing too interesting happening here. He also has the goblin hut, but he didn't really use that. Of course, that would be a pretty good counter to this strategy. Uh, as I mentioned in the video where we were playing as Beast, I always used, or not always, but almost always I use the Goblin Rider strategy because they are strong overall, but it will be especially strong against this strategy because the Goblin Hunters and Goblin Riders have splash damage, so if you make enough of them, you will be basically one-shotting all those super weak units. Maybe another reason why I should upgrade the armor here, because that will make them a little bit more tanky. And of course, since you have so many of them, then it's really good value if you increase the armor just by one, because it will be multiplied by all the units you have. So more units you have, the more value you will get from the upgrade, of course. Yeah, we can make more harvesters here, and of course we can once again use the main town hall. I don't need to to get any more gems here, or I mean mine any gems here, because we are not using any of them. So the one mine I have in my main town is enough. And as you can see, he's actually attacking me, so we will see how that goes. Maybe we can make some more flying units and fight him back. And as I said, we can maybe fly with all our units and actually destroy the wyverns first. As you can see, he's not fighting me, and this is like the strength of the strategy, that you can just split the enemy army if he has ground units that are not ranged. Yeah, so if he has melee units that can't attack your flying units, then you can easily split him like this. And as you can see, he's also expanding once again here. So I will just drop a few of my hive stingers and kill the minion. And we will also make sure that we make groups with all our units. Of course, right now it's just a mess, but I want to make sure that I have the harvesters here first. That's like the main priority for me right now. And we will start making maybe some other buildings, yeah. Also we can upgrade the armor even more. At this point of the game, I mean, we should be pretty okay, but I just want to make more units before we actually rush him. I will just make sure I have all the groups right. That's maybe one unfortunate thing, or not really nice, that you have to make so many groups of units to maintain this strategy. So that's pretty annoying, but it should be pretty okay if you take the time. And of course you have to still keep adding your groups to the super group and moving your group with the production buildings. Yeah, we can make a lot of hive stingers right now, and he's probably attacking, so I will just do the same strategy. We will fly up and as you can see, he's immediately retreating because, of course, they are pretty weak, but if you have so many Hive Stingers, it will just basically one-shot the Wyvern. Of course, I just had one here that just instantly died, but if you have so many of them, you should have no chance. So here I will just fly up once again and add all my new Hive Stingers here. So we have 3 full groups and the one that's filled up uh, like from 2/3, and we are still making more of them. I can also probably make Deformer right here and actually start producing the units near to his town. That should be a pretty good idea. And we can also make more summoners, so we have the population. After that I will also fill this gems mine. As I said, we don't really need it, but it shouldn't be a problem. This is just for hive guards, and this is for seekers, so we don't actually need any upgrades in the wild cocoon, but we can definitely upgrade something here, and we'll need this, so we can actually upgrade the last upgrades for the armor and attack of our hive stingers. So Hall of Whispers is pretty important building to unlocking the advanced researches. So he's expanding once again. I will do the same thing as I did before. I will just go with few units there, kill the minion, and if he tries to defend it, I will just one-shot him with my army. And yeah, we have enough resources, so we can actually really start making some hives here. Actually, when I'm considering it, we can probably make 2 deformers here, so we have big space for at least like 5 hives or something. Of course we can fly, but I still don't really want to block my units anywhere, so it's better to have a bigger spot. But yeah, 1 deformer is probably enough for 5 hives. So this will be just for the future if we need a second deformer. And of course, since we need population, I will also control form that summoner. We can destroy the control form at any time, it doesn't cost anything, it's almost instant, so that shouldn't be a problem. And as you can see, I'm just keeping him stuck here. He has no expansion, so I have more resources. Half of his army can't even fight my units. And I mean, he's just wasting his resources on things like Mouth of Hell and Revive Altar, yeah, so also he wouldn't really need the harpies here, so I mean, it's an AI, but here he's just really messing up. He should be definitely playing a little bit different, but yeah, as you can see, you don't really have to play the strategy I showed you last time against the Empire, when you where you spam all the Hive Spitters and also Avengers, but I would still say that that strategy is a little bit more safe, I would say, or reliable. This is like, I would say, kinda troll strategy, just for fun. But of course, as you can see, it can still work pretty good. Of course, you will mainly see it after I attack him. I will probably just add all those units to my groups, and then we will just attack. I mean, I can also add those 3 hives here, so we'll have actually 8 of them, and we can make even more summoners for some population, and yeah, I have the upgrades here already listed. So we have 4 full units right now, and this will be the 5th one that's also full, so there will be control 5. I will move my buildings to probably something like control 0, so it doesn't actually bothers me here. This will be control number 6. So right now we have 6 full units and we still have like 60 population, so it should be pretty good. And he's going for the expansion once more because he actually ran out of gold fields in his main town. So maybe that's another kind of strategy how you can win, to actually just make him run out of resources. But he still obviously has some resources for bestiary. He also made the demon here. As I said, he built the Mouth of Hell. Uh, Keep in mind that the minions are actually not too much weaker than your Hive Stingers, so you usually don't really want to fight them. But I mean, the main objective was to stop the expansion, and of course, it's still fighting units, so you can kill the minions. It's just that it's not like super easy. Yeah, you will lose some of the Hive Stingers because the minion actually has more HP. But of course you have more attack, and I have free armor after upgrades, so the Ice Stinger is actually pretty strong right now. We'll also get one more attack here, so we'll have 13 attack after that. I don't think there is a way to upgrade the HP of Ice Stingers, so it will probably always stay at 100, but I mean, it's not too big of a problem. Right now I will just finish all my control forms, and we probably won't really make 200 population of them. I mean, of the Hive Stingers. I wouldn't probably even be able to fit all of them into my groups, so I will just add those last units here. That's control 7, and this will be control 8, and we will end it right here. And now we will just attack him, so this will be the final fight. If something more creates here, it will just stay here. If I lose something, because of course I will definitely lose something, I don't have to worry about any targeting. I will just attack move, and the only thing that I can attack right now will be the wyverns. And as you can see, they just got deleted immediately. And right now the only thing I have to do is just position well and land everything. As you will see, it will be like everywhere because I will have so many of them. And as you can see, everything will just get destroyed super fast. We also have the bite damage obviously here. I don't know if that really helps us here, but in the last game where I was making the high spitters, I was actually talking about that they are taking more damage from pike damage, as well as the Avengers, and I couldn't really think of any other unit than the pikeman that the Empire has that would have the pike damage, but obviously also Hive Stingers have pike damage, so maybe this strategy could also be a counter to the Hive Spitter spam strategy. I mean, I haven't really tried it yet, but of course the next and actually last game from this series will be the Fallen Mirror against another Fallen, so we might actually try this strategy there, because I would actually like to see if we will be able to defeat them, because I think if we have the pike damage, then it might be actually a possible solution to beating a strategy of Hive Spitter spam in the Fallen Mirror. Of course, we have lost some units, but even though I had this like super squishy army, we made like almost 500 units, yeah, 130 largest army. Uh, Even after that, I still had more kills and less losses than he had, so of course he was like pretty AFK, but you of course can't expect to have like 2 units lost or something. That's something that's possible with the other races, for example with Empire, because you can easily heal your units or something, but here of course it doesn't really matter how many we lost, but still we lost less than him. Of course, experience gained, researches, everything just better at our side. Here you can see the resources, that's the one interesting thing. As you can see, I just don't spend any gems. Yeah, this strategy doesn't require you to basically mine any gems, so you can ignore that, maybe save some time and resources so you don't have to make the additional harvesters for that. Yeah, he just harvested all the gold in the one gold fields in the main city. while I had the expansion, we spent more resources, even we had more wood here, and of course the final scores right here. So yeah, it was actually a pretty nice game. I'm glad that I was able to show you something different than the Hive Spitter spam. And as I said, we'll probably try the same or at least similar strategy in the next one, where we will be playing against the other Fallen, and we will see if this strategy will also work there. So yeah, take care, guys.